Nigerian Senator Kawu Sumaila accused his colleagues of enabling drug abuse in their constituencies, claiming that many political offices and homes harbor drug dealers and substances. Speaking on the debate on a bill to establish the National Institute of Drug Awareness and Rehabilitation, Sumaila alleged that some politicians support drug dealers and even suggested that some lawmakers might use hard drugs themselves. He challenged his colleagues to swear on religious texts that they do not encourage drug abuse, especially during election campaigns. Sumaila proposed that politicians undergo drug testing before contesting elections, asserting that significant action must be taken to combat the drug epidemic in Nigeria, which primarily affects youths. He called for collaboration among stakeholders to address the issue effectively, emphasizing the moral and religious imperatives against drug abuse. In response, Deputy Senate President Barau Jibrin ruled Sumaila out of order, stating that his comments were not relevant to the bill being discussed. When I went through this, I also saw that in the continuous article, Adam Sushomole also came out to say that it should be given to the other drug. We already have the NDLEA, that it should be given to the NDLEA instead of creating a different body to take care of this. What do you think about this?
I fully support that political office holders should be tested for drugs. Do you
think that there are some political men and women in that space, some political holders, some office holders that abuse drugs or take them?
It's a problem of addiction, and many people, of course, it's possible that there are people who could be politicians who abuse drugs. In fact, some of the actions of leaders, it looks like something, it looks like a drug, an addiction of drug, because you can't just imagine, you can't correlate some of the decisions they take if if they take such decisions with clarity of mind and purpose. It looks like most of them have these issues of drug abuse, because you sit down and you ask yourself, why are our leaders, some of them, most of them are acting right and acting well, why are our leaders taking some decisions that looks very insane or mentally, it looks questionable. Now, having said that, we can quickly say that, oh, we should prosecute those that are abusing drugs, but like every addiction that a lot of people suffer from, addiction sucks your energy. Addiction, it sucks the energy. It influences you.
Facts.
It enslaves you. It traps you in a web where you're struggling to come out from it, but you are just sinking deep into it. So we need to look at how we can create an alternative. Many of these young people that are abusing drugs today, many of them don't want to abuse drugs. They don't like to abuse drugs, but they found themselves abusing drugs. They found themselves trapped in this addiction of drug abuse. So how do we help them? Is it just by building more prisons to arrest them? Is it by detaining them, humiliating them, putting them, stigmatizing them? We can prosecute them, we can do all that, but we need to start helping these people that are addicted to drugs.
So the person pushing the bill, Sumaila, also said, he said something that the drugs are being used during election. Do you think that when some politicians that have been allegedly accused of rigging elections, that drugs is being, will I say, prescribed to these different, almost abused by these different persons, thugs that are being used by politicians to rig elections?
It's a possible thing. It's a manipulative strategy. A manipulative strategy, people can induce you, influence you, and brainwash you into taking some certain actions to achieve their selfish ambitions and goals. So as part of the manipulative strategy, they keep the young people unemployed, they keep them jobless, they keep them in poverty, mental poverty, financial poverty. They keep them in a box of slavery, mental slavery, and they have ambition. They want to use these people as their foot soldiers to rig elections. They become very important to them during the time of elections. After elections, they travel for vacation, and they forget about these young people. So it is not far-fetched, or it is not totally strange, or it is not out of place to say that drugs are used to manipulate these young people towards rigging elections. There's a possibility.
I saw the video of the Sumaila pushing the bill, and immediately he was done, a lot of persons came out against that bill. Do you think they have something to hide?
That's left for them. The reality is that we have a drug abuse problem in Nigeria today. And I work as a leadership coach, and I do a lot of humanitarian and volunteer for a lot of humanitarian causes. And I do myself and my team and my organization, we do a lot of drug abuse awareness, orientation, campaign and exercises across Africa. We did one in Sierra Leone, a national drug abuse awareness in Sierra Leone. And I was shocked the kind of damages that drug abuse have wreaked in the Sierra Leonean as a nation, in the society. This drug called Kush has damaged a lot of young people in Sierra Leone today. There are so many drugs you can even imagine, so many drugs. And I saw a video of a young guy that, you know, he abused some drugs, and he was hitting his head on a pole because of the impact or the effect of the drug. He was hitting and smashing his head on a pole, and people were taking selfies and videoing him. So he has lost his sanity, he has lost his dignity, he has lost his self-esteem, he has lost his self-respect, he has lost his value, he has become a shadow of himself. He has lost everything because of drug abuse. So drug abuse is a national crisis, it's a national problem. Not just the political class, but young people. And frustration can push a lot of young people into drug abuse. Because you see, nobody is idle. You cannot have, there is no vacancy. There will always be something filling in that empty space in you. So I have a friend who said something so striking. He said, we're all addicted to something. And he said, choose your addiction wisely. For him, his own addiction is that he likes reading. He spends more of his time reading, rather than use that time to do some negative things that is going to negatively affect him. He spends his time wisely studying, reading, developing his mind. So I would like to use his own words. In his own words, I would like to say that we are all addicted to something. What are you addicted to? So this bill is a welcome development. A lot of people will oppose it, will criticize it, will challenge it, because it's the truth. And the truth, some people say it's bitter. No, the truth is the truth. It's not bitter, it's not sweet, it's not white, it's not black, it's not bent, it's not straight, it's not curved. The truth is the truth. We need to be honest with ourselves. And we need to tell ourselves that we have a drug abuse crisis in Nigeria today.